The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. This morning, as we listen to the Gospel reading, there is some vivid imagery that comes forth from the Gospel writer Mark. And one of the images is Jesus asleep on a cushion in the stern of the boat. Another image is the image of the waves that were filling the water in the boat. Another image is the voice of Jesus rebuking the wind and telling the wind to be quiet and be still. This morning we take those three images and we have to ask ourselves, what does those images have to say to each and every one of us? And the lesson of today's gospel reading is quite simple. There are times in each of our lives that we truly believe that we are in control. And sometimes when we think we are in control, we lose sight of where God is in the entire picture of our lives. On the other side of the coin, when the turmoil or the roughness of everyday life gets to us, we realize how little we are in control. And then we begin to question whether or not God truly cares, whether or not God is truly listening to our prayers, whether or not God will truly answer our prayers. This morning's gospel reading brings to my mind a very simple story. It's about a captain of a boat who each and every day would take out tourists. But before he took out the tourist upon the sea, he would spend a few moments in prayer. And on one particular cruise, the tourists began to laugh at the captain because his head was bowed in prayer. Soon they began their venture, their journey. And soon a violent storm came upon the boat. And the tourist asked the captain to pray. And the captain's simple words were these: "It's my responsibility now to take care of the boat. It is in the calmness of my life that I then pray." So today's gospel reading invites us to take the wisdom of the captain and not wait to bring to prayer when the trials and tribulations get the best of us, but rather to take time each and every day when things are going good to devote time and energy to that relationship with our God, so that when the trials and tribulations do in fact come upon us, we know then that God is with us. So this morning's gospel reading is not so much whether or not we have faith. The real question is whether or not we trust God.